Let's talk my favorite team. Let's talk about what Calvin Watkins writes about in the Dallas Morning News, that Ezekiel Elliott will be different than Todd Gurley has been, because the Rams obviously cut Gurley and ate $20 million of dead money off his contract. Calvin Watkins also writes that Zeke will be different than Devontae Freeman. And obviously the Falcons cut him with 3 years and $21 million left on his deal. So Zeke's deal makes him the highest paid in the league of the running backs, $15 million a year. The total deal is 4 years and $102.9 million with incentives. $45 million of that is guaranteed. So Calvin Watkins concludes that the new coach, Mike McCarthy, has big new plans for Zeke, and that he won't be anything like the bus that Todd Gurley and Devontae Freeman turned into in their original team's eyes. So, Shannon Sharp, I ask you, will Zeke wind up next year being more worth the money that Jerry Jones gave him last year?
Skip, Zeke is in a situation that's totally different than those two guys that you mentioned, Todd Gurley and Devontae Freeman. Those guys had injury. Todd Gurley had a knee injury. Devontae Freeman had a knee injury. He had a foot. He had sports hernia, and he's been plagued with concussion. So, Skip, those situations are entirely different. If you look at Todd Gurley averaged 3.8 yards a carry, Devontae Freeman averaged 3.6. Zeke averaged 4.5 yards a carry. Zeke had 1,350 yards, which was fourth in the NFL. I get it. He didn't lead the league in rushing like he did 2 of his first 3 years. He didn't lead the league in yards per game like he did in his first 3 years. But Zeke is still a hell of a back. The thing that hurt Zeke was they played from behind. So the Cowboys weren't able to utilize him like they normally could. And, Skip, you mentioned Travis Frederick, although he made the Pro Bowl, was not himself. You admitted the offensive line. Zach Martin had a knee injury early, played the entire season. Tyron Smith was listed on the injury report some. He played the entire season. I think Lyle Collins might have missed 1 game, if I'm not mistaken. I think he missed 1 game. So with the influx of the offensive line and not playing to their maximum potential, Zeke still was the 4th leading rusher. Now, we saw what happened, just take for the AFC Championship game. We saw when the Titans had the lead, Skip, everything was going well. They running Derrick Henry, boom. He getting 4, 5, 3 yards a carry. The moment they fell behind and they couldn't rely on Derrick Henry, the wheels fell off. Well, just imagine if you're down 28 points, you're down 17 points, you're down 14 points. You can't run yourself back into the ball game. You have to throw it. Skip, Zeke's situation is so different than those guys because Zeke has only missed a game via suspension or sitting out because they had nothing else to accomplish. Zeke's situation is so different than theirs. Todd Gurley, Skip, he averaged 3.8, which was a full yard less than what he had just averaged the year before. So I don't like it, but it made sense for why the Rams did what they did. But it also goes to show you players, hey, look here, don't y'all be cutting no discounts. Because you see what happens when you give discounts? 3 years left. Now, Skip, we didn't talk about this, but you remember, what was it, 2 days ago, I think, maybe Friday, Bill O'Brien said the reason why they traded DeAndre Hopkins because he wanted a raise with 3 years left.
No, he traded because he was a dumbass.
But you see, these teams have no problem cutting a player with 3 years left. We won't get you a raise with 3 years, but we will release you if you don't meet our expectations. But if you exceed our expectations, remember you signed the contract. But Zeke is so different than these previous 2 guys that you mentioned, Skip. Zeke is going to be there for the foreseeable future.
Okay. I hear what you're saying. I want to embrace every word you just uttered because next year to me is all about Ezekiel Elliott. I told you the other day, I believe it was Friday, that I believe the Cowboy defense has been slightly improved by the free agent signings, bargain basement, great deals, Gerald McCoy, obviously, Dontari Poe, maybe Aldon Smith, maybe Randy Gregory, Clinton Dick.
Whoa. Okay, hold. Stop. Right there. Hold on. Stop it. East side, East side ass face. East side ass face.
Hey.
What are you telling me to stop
I
hating?
have a question. Are we gonna make the T-shirts?
The T-shirts? Yeah, you know, skip. See, Eastside. Hold on. Time out, Eastside.
Hey,
You know, Eastside. If you gonna be up in here, you know, at my restaurant where we serving the L's, you know, you got to pay your tenants in, buddy. You know, when you come in with stupid comments, you got to put some money on the table, Eastside. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Hey, make the T-shirts. Just send them one.
I think it'll be a little better, a little more veteran, a little beefier, a little stronger, a little stouter. So I'm happy about that. And because I got real happy about it, I told you the other day that I believe this team can win 10 games and go 10-6.
NC's biggest
The
Cowboy
over-under,
fan.
according
Thank
to
you very
Fox
much
Bet,
for that
is
super
9.5
chat.
games, and you took under. I believe you took 8-8 for next year, missed the playoffs,
8-8.
Dallas Cowboys, although you said maybe with the 7 seed they could sort of eke or link into that last
Get it with 9 wins, yes.
Okay, whatever, but you also were talking about 8-8. My issue is with the offense. It led the league in yards last year, in large part because of the quarterback, who had a terrific yardage year. But to your point, there were a lot of empty calories in the yards. And Zeke didn't contribute the way I thought he was after he got paid. And I'm talking about he got paid.
He got
And yet,
paid.
I expected Zeke last year to have an Emmitt Smith year, the year I was covering the Cowboys in '93 when Emmitt held out the first two games.
Jackie, how you
and
doing,
then,
Miss Jackie?
boom, he comes back. They're 0-2, and Emmitt goes on in 14 games to win NFL regular season MVP, then leads them through the playoffs to the Super Bowl and is the Super Bowl MVP. Emmitt...
And you know what? Something I never saw Emmitt Smith do? I never saw Emmitt Smith go like this. I don't ever remember seeing Emmitt Smith say, I need a blow.
But wait, did he play with the separated shoulder one?
Yeah, you know, I've seen him play with holding his arm like this, but I never even with him with the separated shoulder go like this when the game was on the line. I never saw that. John Jones, thank you very much for that super chat, man. I appreciate it.
Emmitt got his money. I thought he still deserved even more than he got from Jerry Jones. But he immediately lived up to every penny that Jerry gave him. And in this case, Zeke lived down to every penny that Jerry gave him. And I kept telling you, he looks different to me. He looks like he's running in Cabo Sand. And obviously he was working out in Cabo San Lucas during his holdout through training camp. And finally, Jerry did what Jerry always does. I thought Jerry overpaid him because Jerry loves him like a son. And as Jerry always says, when have you known me not to get one of these deals done?
True.
Well, only one time, and that's this time right now with Dak Prescott. But he did get Zeke done, and yet the numbers are starting to scare me, Shannon, because if we look at average yards per game in his 4 years in the NFL, Zeke has gone 109 as a rookie, 109 yards a game he averaged, then 98 in his second year, 96 in his third year when he had to miss the 6 games suspended, and then only 85 yards a game last year. And to your point, in 2 of his first 3 years, the full seasons, he did lead the league in total rushing yards. And he's led it every year in yards per game, but they keep falling and falling. And I'm saying, wait a second. Last year, in yards per rush per game, he was only 20th. And in big plays, 20-plus yard plays last year, he was tied for 23rd because he only had 4 of them. And I told you the most glaring stat of all to me, the killer stat of the year was on first down, Emmitt had the second most attempts in the NFL last year, and he was 18th in yards per rush on first down. 2 plus 2 equals.
There you go. That's what I wanted to get to. Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally doesn't work. I see no Dak Ninja. I see Joe Johns. I see Jerry P. I see Cowboys a Pro. I see Q. Let the dogs out, my man. Jerry P. Miss Jackie, how you doing, Miss Jackie? Glad you got your attachment hanger, so that way you're in good shape. Miko Lucky? What's going on? I butchered your name. Robbie Radford, Jerry P. Hail to the Redskins. Hell no. Jet D in the house. We see Brandon Butler. How you all guys doing tonight? And DJ Hunter Grant. DJ, answer me a question. Between you and damn Eastside Harold, Eastside ass face, why you always gotta come in here and just hating? Immediately, get one day you say, you know what, Mark, I don't agree with you, Mark. I'm an Eagle fan, but I appreciate the work that you do because it gives me something to do. Yes, I talked about this earlier today, but understand, what else is there to talk about right now, dog? Seriously. There ain't no baseball, ain't no basketball, ain't no hockey, ain't no NASCAR, ain't no golf, ain't no tennis. The only thing we got is these guys bringing up some old shit. So come on, man. If you don't like what we serving here in the restaurant, go eat someplace else. Damn. How's everybody else doing here? How's everybody doing as we go through these crazy, crazy times? I don't know how you guys are doing, but, you know, we start to get a little bit testy and things, you know. We start to have our hair look kind of jacked up. Our nails might be kind of cruddy and nasty and stuff. You know, you maybe don't shave. Hell, you might not even be wearing pants underneath the set for all we know. It's getting to be a little bit rough as we hunker down, but understand, we doing this for a good cause. So let's get open for business here, and let's wake up the football guys. Is there anybody else that want to get my nerves start out with? Anybody else? Okay. Because, see, I'm going to be like one of those Western movies or one of those war movies where they say, you know what, if anybody's got anything to say that don't want to be part of this, please step forward. And that one guy steps forward like, yeah, I don't want none of this. Bam! Anybody else got something to say? Anybody, okay? Oh, wait, hold up. See, east side, stop. You can't do that. It's not allowed, east side. You can't say good things about me, dog. You can't, you just can't. I've been sitting around so long I can see the right side of my ear. Damn, that's pretty bad. I got Mark's back. Appreciate that, Juan Cruz. I appreciate that. Cowboy, you're talking about a player this time of the year. Well, here's the question here, okay? Now, as we get ready for the draft, right now, we don't have too much news. We don't have too much news that's going on right now because, well, the team, of course, you know, they've done some pretty good moves, hopefully, that work out for us in free agency, okay? And we got 2 weeks and 2.5 days until the draft begins. Now, the draft is going to be different than any other draft that we've seen before. In fact, it's kind of funny because really 7-8 years ago, the draft was not a big thing like it is now. We had gotten to the point where we now can't live without the draft. You know, when I was a kid, the draft happened this weekend? Oh, okay. There was 12 rounds? Okay, all right. It was nothing. But then the NFL got the bright idea that we can make this a show. We can start talking about all these prospects. We can get buzz and we can get people to watch and spend money with the draft. It's the NBA draft or the hockey draft. You know, they're covered, but not like this. And so now that we're going through the Rona, it's going to be interesting to see how we do this. And the way it's looking is, the NFL basically said that if one team can't use the facilities because of the rules in their state, that nobody would be able to. And so now teams are looking at using their own facilities. And I'm still having problems with that camera over there. I did the factory reset on it. Why are you continuing to mess up with me? I'm going to have to let Meebo know I still have an issue with the camera. Okay, let me change that over. Apologize for that. So, Mark, turn the countdown clock to the Cowboys' first pick. We can do that. I'll reset that tomorrow. Mr. Holmes, you got on your back. Oh no, hold on. See, understand. I don't let YouTube get me mad. I enjoy having this, and I enjoy the debate and the argument. I don't want everybody to come in to be yes people. I don't ever in my life want that, because what happens is if everybody thinks the same thing or does the same thing, you never have the ability to grow. Sometimes it's better to see a different point of view because it makes you think differently and see things from a different angle. See, for me, like for now, I'll give you a great example here. A point of view can change your perception all the way around. I figured out something today that's actually pretty simple, but I didn't see it until I actually sat down. I have all the studio equipment that's up here in front of me, and I have the main computer that works over here, and when I have that on, it's hard to see stuff on here. So when you guys send in the pictures for me with your shot glasses, and a lot of you guys should be getting your shot glasses today and tomorrow, FYI, I want to see pictures. And so I got a chair that's sitting right there, it's in the floor, and that way I can go through and sit there, fold up chair and stuff. And you guys have seen me do live streams over there where I'm watching the TV. Duh. I found out I could actually use 2 sets of keyboards. I could get another keyboard over there and just keep it there. So it's kind of cool that I can kind of, from a different point of view, I saw something differently and came up with an idea that's really pretty simple, but it'll make it nicer because then I can just sit my ass down in a nice comfortable chair and download the pictures from you guys. So it's good to see a different perspective or a different point of view on things. You will learn a lot more. So I don't look for everybody to come in to just be, yeah, Mark, you're great. No, come ahead, make me fight a little bit. Let some of these things come out. You know what I'm saying? That's what we move on. Jet D. Jerry P, you got jokes, huh? Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to restart this one camera right here because it's got issues. I just want to reboot it. Just let me reboot it here. Okay, you know what? I tell you what. I'll give you guys, while I'm rebooting this camera. Daniel Thompson, thank you very much for that super chat. While I'm rebooting this camera, I know you guys like that. I know, so you're like, oh, go reboot the camera again, please. Okay, yeah, you can reboot the camera again. Actually, I may have to reboot it again because I think, did I turn it back on? I don't see the light on the damn thing. What the hell? Hold on. I gotta hit it again. Okay, all right. I think I got it now. I see the light flashing on it, so maybe I can reconnect with it. So yesterday, you guys suffered with me. You suffered with me watching the Eagles game yesterday, and the game, of course, that you know, Skip. You talking about walking to him and how good my guy is versus Dak Prescott. Well, here's the thing. I took some notes. I wanted to watch this game not because I'm a glutton for punishment, but I had to go back through and just look and see what went wrong in that game. And you know what's funny? As good as they talk about how good Carson Wentz played in that game, that Carson Wentz took it to Dak Prescott. And I'm not by any stretch of the imagination going to say that Dak Prescott had a great game. He didn't. But he also had not been able to practice all week with a hurt shoulder. Haskins, better quarterback material. I'll take Haskins. What the hell? Who said that? I know the liquor store sales are up. But maybe you need to put down the bottle if you think that Haskins got... Oh, come on, man. Come on. Derek, I'm great, man. Derek, did you get your package? Did you get your package yet, Derek? Boo Eagles. But anyway, I'm just gonna go through any game that you watch. There's always like 5 plays or less that can change the outcome of a game. 5 plays or less. And early in the second quarter, you know that your guy, Carson Wentz, threw a terrible pass in Xavier Woods' hands. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I left the super chat on. Thank you very much. Threw a butt ugly pass that was right there in Xavier Woods' hands that he should have caught. Do you think that had he caught that play that might have been a game changer? Because it was in Eagle territory. It's one of those things that you got to understand that takeaways are game changers. So we had that. It was like, damn, if we had gotten that could have been a play that made a difference. Field position. My God, our special teams were awful. You know, most of the time the Eagles started out 25, 34, 38, 34-yard line, where most times we started inside our 20. You don't think that field position had something to do with it, but special teams not being able to stop guys from running back? I mean, they would make contact and the guy would go down the field another 8, 9 yards. I'm not making excuses, but let's look at this whole thing in totality. We had 7 drops in that game. Now, I know my quarterback was off, but I'm old school. We were taught if the ball is on your hands, you got to catch it. Right? Right? The first game we played the Eagles and we wore that ass out, I believe we ran play action 33% of the time with success. It worked damn good. That game, we only ran play action 8% of the time. Damn it. Damn you, camera. What is wrong with you? That camera is hacked up. How do you go from 33 to 8% with something that worked outstanding? I tell you how. Jason Garrett's sphincter muscle, whenever it's a big game, for some reason, always seems to tighten up. I don't know why, but for some reason, he always reverts back to what he doesn't know, which is run Zeke Elliott on first down. Because I counted like 8 times on first down, Zeke Elliott. Here we go. Zeke Elliott up the middle. And not a single one of them did we get more than 3 yards. Most of the time it was for 1 yard or less. And so you look at this game plan, you look at the poor tackling, this game was just an abomination all the way around. You think it's Philly taking control of my camera? It's something. It's definitely something here. I've got to figure out what's going on with my Mevo. This is what it was doing the first time that I had it. There was an update on the firmware, and it's acting up. Hang on. I'm going to trash it first. Let me reload it. Hang on. Sometimes that helps. Oh, here we go. It's connecting. It's connecting. Let's see. Mevo is not available. Connecting. Interesting. Hang on. The Corona camera. Not available. Authorizing. Connecting. Mevo is not available. It's trying. Hold up. thing. I hate it when things don't work like they're supposed to. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I guess we're just going to have to use this one instead because it is truly acting up on me. Okay. Time to talk about the Cowboys strategy for no season, no NFL 2020, fellas. I'm not going to go that far just yet. I think that there's still a chance, depending on, it's going to be different, to say the least. I think that they're going to end up developing different kinds of instant testing. For example, like walk-through thermometers. So that way, if you're walking through and you got a temperature, you're revoked. We can sue the Chinese government for everything they got. Okay, good luck with that one. It was predictable play calling and lazy coaching. Daniel, I agree with you on that one. I think it also may be that the team gave up. I'm sorry. I believe the team literally gave up and was just kind of like, meh, this just isn't working. Kind of like my Mevo cameras. Can't find Mevo. Okay, let me do this one more thing. Okay, and I need to go through on. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. I was just trying to get this thing to work, and it's just not working for me. Damn. So keep your ass at home. Hold on. Are we back with all? We may actually have it back. Hang on, hold it. All right. Okay. I think I'm back now. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. I apologize. I like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you, Tony Peacock. That got blocked. I don't know why it did. Jerry gonna drag Dak's contract just like he did. But Miss Jackie, I'm just sitting here thinking about it. We know how Jerry Jones is. Jerry is going to do that because that's what Jerry does. He likes the spotlight and the limelight and everything else. And I think also, too, he's hoping that he's going to be able to make a big splash with it, get everybody, with the cameras and everything. He doesn't want to just go ahead and say we signed Dak Prescott. He wants to be able to have a press conference. And I think that that's also into the whole thing. Your wife wanted crawfish today, so you cue. Oh man, okay. I bet Mr. It's echoing. It's not still echoing. You're echoing. I'm still echoing. Really? Hold up. Oh, I bet you. Hold on. Boy. My apologies, guys. Yeah. Turn that sucker off. Okay. That's because we reset the other camera, so the microphone came on, and the camera went out again. Or did it? Okay. Did I lose the camera again? Yes, I did. Damn you, camera. Okay. Yeah, Big Man Gaming got it. Echoing big time. That should be gone now, but the camera just will not stay fired up. So it's just gotten me out of sync. I apologize. This has got to be one of my worst shows ever, and it's because I've got an issue with the camera. Sound good, video gone, laugh out loud. Philly 500. You know, Tierra, it might be. So I need to give up on this camera that is actually right there. I need to go back and move the other one because it's like going in and out, in and out. Yeah, Jonathan, I am truly having a rough night tonight. Content issues detective. Okay. Yeah, Robert, you know what? I may need to, it might be my Wi-Fi down here, and I might need to reboot the whole system because it seems like my cameras they're all Wi-Fi enabled, and sometimes if I have an issue with the Wi-Fi, it'll jack it up, and it seems like that's what's going on right now because none of them seem to be doing what they should do. And so if it's got an issue with the Wi-Fi, if it's get like a beep, you'll get kind of a stop and a start with it. We are experiencing, is the camera, yes, Q, they're actually plugged in. So they are fully, cute, really cute, really cute, cute, really, really. I almost feel like stopping, rebooting everything and starting over because I am out of sync. Alden Smith is going to give us 9 to 10 sacks this year, I have a feeling. Ask again, Q. Q, it's cool, Mark. We know your production crew is at home quarantine. Yeah, well, I am at home quarantine. And my production crew should be this guy over here. Reboot just like our Cowboys. It's the camera to your right is working. Yeah, this one's working okay. It's just that my main one, which is the one that I'm used to actually sitting here talking, keeps kind of cutting in and out on me, and it shouldn't be doing it. See, that's the one I'm used to looking at, so I can see your comments and everything, but then all of a sudden it'll just kind of, it'll lose connection, then I have to pull up the inputs and then switch it over, and that's where it's kind of a mess. Philly 500 hackers. What's up, Bobby Radford? Okay, no worries, Mark. You're the man, brother. When you're a Cowboys fan, it's hard sense of humor. Yeah, you're right about that. But in other news, I originally started out, and now I'm out of sync, so I'm actually quite out of order. The reason why I was bringing up Zeke Elliott was because Zeke is going to be key for this season. We hopefully have, yeah, my camera needs to be in quarantine. We hopefully have a Zeke Elliott who is, as you can see here, he's working out too with Dak Prescott. A Zeke Elliott who is happy, who is healthy, who is focused in on being ready to play the season. If we have that guy that played like he did a couple of years ago, that's going to make all the difference in the world. But and also too, we need to, yeah, the front camera tend to slow. Is it kind of slow? Is it skipping? Get trained with Dak. Yeah, he has been trained. Well, that's the thing. They have been working together, you know, contrary to keeping your social distance. But we need Zeke Elliott to be better than what he was. Like they said, on first down, Zeke Elliott was 27th in rushing. Now, part of that is because we were so damn predictable. I'm telling you, when we started out, and I'm going to do the Ram game maybe tomorrow or Wednesday, the first series, we came out, and the first 3 plays were like play action. And that set the tone for the game where the Rams didn't know what hit them. Once you start doing the play action, then all of a sudden, Derek, your thing is out. You'll probably get that got picked up. That got picked up today. You might get it tomorrow or Wednesday at the latest. But what happens is you start getting guys questioning, are they going to be passing? Are they doing play action? Are they giving it to Zeke? Once you start getting that going, then that makes all the difference in the world for a defense to be on their toes and trying to figure out what you're doing. The Eagle game, it seemed like we just came out with a simplistic game plan. We're going to run Zeke Elliott on first down. We might get a yard or we might not get anything. And now it's 2nd and 10 and we know the Cowboys are going to pass. And so with this new coaching staff, what we got to do, we got to go ahead and start realizing Zeke is an incredible weapon. But the best thing you can do with Zeke is get Zeke Elliott the ball in space. You get Zeke Elliott the ball out on the edge. You get Zeke Elliott the ball a couple yards downfield. One, it's going to prolong his career because when you run him up the middle and he gets hit by a 320, 350-pound defensive lineman, you get those guys falling on top of you and in a pile right there at the line of scrimmage. Your career is going to be short. Think about Marion Barber was an incredible back for a couple of seasons, but because his body took all that punishment, it killed his career. You cannot have that. You look at Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith wasn't getting hit at the line of scrimmage that often. He was getting hit side swipes, going out of bounds, by cornerbacks, safeties, defensive backs, linebackers, as opposed to taking all that punishment with those defensive linemen. And that's the difference of what they have to do. And now that you got Mike McCarthy, you got to think that he's going to use him more like a weapon, like, say, a Roger Craig, where Roger Craig rushed for 1,000 yards and also had 1,000 yards of receiving. If you can start doing that with Zeke Elliott, so the team is, following, where's Zeke? Where's Zeke? Where's Zeke? It's going to make it easier for all of the other guys to get in sync. So now you have to wonder, okay, here we are. We got the draft. For the most part, your offense is not bad. As you go through and look at it position by position, Tyron Smith, he's going to miss a couple of games. So you got to figure out who's going to be a swing tackle. Zach Martin, one of the best guards in football. As long as he stays healthy, you ain't got to worry about him. Center, you got Looney, who started a whole season for you. You've got Connor McGovern, who's also, a second-year guy. Hopefully he's put on some man muscle and weight and stuff behind him. You feel like they should be okay in there somehow. Connor Williams, he's about 15 weeks out of ACL surgery, is scheduled to be ready by the season beginning. You hope that he is, but you may end up having to have Connor Williams playing there. Mark the loop. Yeah, I know, they got that loop going. I know. I like that. You don't like seeing Zeke Elliott running that? Okay. All right. We'll get out of that. There we go. How about that? So you got a little bit of worry there in the interior part of your offensive line between guard and center. Lyle Collins stepped up last year. He was great. Tight end wise, Blake Jarwin made more bigger plays than, of course, Jason Witten. I think that's going to help. You got Blake Bell as the other blocking tight end. Why you didn't like seeing that, Luke? Oh, it had the sound on it. Oh, I'm sorry. See, I'm messing up. Oh, it's the sound. Damn. Sorry, it's a bad night. It's a bad night. It's. I turned the sound off. I turned the sound off, okay? You know what? This is one of those. Here we go. All right. Let's try and reboot. Grab your shot glass, everybody. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this shot. We're going to go ahead and play the shot video, and then we're going to try it again. Okay? All right. Let's do that. Let's see if we can restart myself with the shot. And thank you guys for that. And we're gonna go ahead and go back to our stuff. So don't go anywhere, okay? Let's just try this. This is shot. Look, Q's like, I got my shot glass. Shot. Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, it does not work. Without you guys, we're already open for business. We already have the football guys. We got Joe Boo. We got Joe Bear. I've had a shot, and now we're going to try and start this thing over again. It seemed like everything that can go wrong went wrong with the first part. Why delete my message? How about them birds? Well, how about them birds? If you said some cuss words, if you said suck my, if you said somebody's a B, those things automatically get blocked. How about them birds? Especially if you ain't man enough to put a picture of yourself. We don't know you. You could be one of those foreign bots out there that are trying to stir some shit up. So at least man up and have a picture of yourself, okay? Okay? How are we going to use Tony Pollard? I hope that we start using Tony Pollard more in the passing game because we have some incredible weapons that we just did not use. Unfortunately, Jason Garrett and crew were very limited in the things that they did with the Dallas Cowboys. And you have to start using the tools that are available. Did the picture freeze over there? Did the picture actually freeze? So, interesting. Yeah, my camera's got some real issues tonight. It's got some real issues tonight. I'm going to have to talk to Mevo and say, yo, your latest update is, well, see, Erickson, let me explain something to you. Eric Rivera, if you want to come in and talk some FU, this stuff, and the other, and have a lot of drama, you can take that to EDP. You can take that to Philly 500. You can take it to other places. This channel is my channel, and we're going to run it the way I want to run it. Because we have some lovely ladies, okay? You got lovely ladies that will put a foot in your ass, like Tiara. She will put a foot in your ass. Like Miss Jackie, seems like she's real sweet till you get on her wrong side. But it's not about coming in here just talking a whole bunch of bull crap, things like that. I can understand if you want to say my team is not good or things like that, but we don't allow like personal attacks and stuff in here. There are places you can go to do that, and I have no problem with that. So if you don't like what we're serving here at our restaurant, go eat someplace else, okay? How about that? Somebody coming in here talking about how we run a thing. Well, if you don't like the way we run it, run your own damn channel. How about that? Okay? Get your own shit, and you can do what you want to do. You ain't got to be here. You must be doing something to be getting underneath the guy's skin. I'll take anything to drink because our Cowboys will make it. You right about that. You are right about that, Derek. So, as we were going through with our offensive things, and I'm going to go through, when I get done here tonight, I'm going to reboot everything in the house. I'm going to go outside, I'm going to unplug all the cables and get this thing straightened up because this is not the way we do things in here. As we go through, you think about wide receivers. I still believe that Amari Cooper was actually a lot more than what was let on. The Cowboys aren't always genuine with all of the facts on people's positions. And you can just kind of see that Amari Cooper did not practice that much. In fact, there were games where they said, on Monday, Amari Cooper's not playing on Sunday, but somehow he still ended up playing. And I think those were part of the problems that he had going through the season. And I don't care how good. Ooh. Glenn Arrington, thank you very much for the super chat. Good night, Mark. Good night, Cowboys Nation. Have to go to work at 5 a.m. Hey, Glenn, shout out to you, man, for keeping this country going and everything else. Please be safe out there. Keep your social distance, and thank you for all that you do. Switch the other camera. Switch the other camera and make that your main camera. Is it? Oh, yeah, it is jacking up on me. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is what we need to do is we'll just go ahead and we'll... Boom. Let me go to this camera. Okay, how about that? We'll go over here just to this camera, and hopefully that's going to end up taking care of the problem. And I can kind of see out of the corner of my eye here. You're at work now? I just had a bunch of White Claws. Okay. But thank you very much, Glenn, for, all that you're doing out there, buddy. I appreciate that. We've detected copyright audio in your video stream that may temporarily block your video. Okay. That just taps it all off. Okay, and Mike J on them natter days, okay. I think the last 6 games, I agree with you. I think that Amari's injuries from starting out with the plantar fasciitis, then of course he had the knee issue, then he had the thigh issue, that eventually all those things just kind of added up. We're sitting here watching you screw up the podcast. First, my wife is a diehard fan of yours and want to give a shout out. Her name is Anna, and she's a Green Bay Packer fan. Oh man, that's probably why it's messing up, because we've got a Green Bay Packer fan watching us. Jeez, that makes sense. So with the offense, back to it. I keep losing focus here, trying to keep this camera going. For the most part, you got guys you can make do with. Your slot receiver isn't as important, say, as your number 1 or your number 2 wide receiver, okay? It's not a guy that's going to play every single play. Would it be nice to still have Randall Cobb? Yeah, I would love to still have him. But you could probably pick up another decent receiver later in the NBA, in the draft. I think we can get a good guy somewhere in there. I think it's just a matter of drafting right. You think about Michael Gallup being a 3rd-round pick, and you see how he's blossomed over time. Now, defensive-wise, we filled in a lot of the holes that we had. I mean, you got to think that we're changing over more to a 3-4 defense from that 4-3. When you get a Dontari Poe, probably the biggest defensive lineman we've had, and I'm trying to think of the last time we had somebody who's over 350. I can't think of anybody since maybe like Leon Lett days back in then. But he is definitely a guy that you can put right over the center and definitely eat up space. You think about Gerald McCoy being able to play tackle. Now what you need is that outside linebacker. You have to figure out if you are going to get Randy Gregory back, and if he can play that outside linebacker role or that edge rusher. And Daniel, I'm not saying that we don't need that another receiver. I'm not saying that we don't. But you have to make priorities, and things are, even with Amari Cooper last year being banged up, even with all of the drops, even with Zeke Elliott not doing damage like he used to on first down, you still had enough points and enough offense that you could have done enough damage to win games had your defense taken the ball away a little bit, or had your defense stopped teams a little bit more, or your special teams. So you got to look at it from the standpoint of, what area can I most improve with? Because it's not about just having a great offense. You need to say, I get a slot receiver. That'll help the offense move up maybe this much. But if I end up getting a great cornerback or a great edge rusher, it may move the defense up this much. And collectively, when you start putting together the offense production, the defense production, and the special teams, collectively, what's going to raise up the whole team's profile the most? And I'm not sure if you're saying get a slot receiver, that's going to raise the offense that much more than if you actually focus in a little bit more on that defense. You got some guys with Gerald McCoy, with Ha Dix, with Demontre Poe, but all these guys are kind of long in the tooth. And so it's not just about this season coming up, it's also about the going forward as well. You need some guys that you can put in the pipeline that hopefully can learn from them, that'll be able to take over. So that's where my point is catching the ball will help. Yeah, that's the bottom line. If our guys, the guys we have right now, just caught the ball a little bit better, it would have been, a major improvement. But, it's one of those things. Mark, would I get blocked if I troll the Cowboys, or would I get blocked if your moderators are too sensitive? How about them birds? I just can't. I just can't. I'm sorry, sis. I'm refilling my Yeti as we speak. Q, okay. You like Bud Ice too? Okay. Now, Q, is there an alcohol that you don't like? Because I'm kind of worried about you, man. We were talking about these little mini shot glasses that I think we're going to send them. They're about the size of a thimble. I love Bud Time now. Y'all going to make me drink. This show going to make me drink tonight because the way the camera's been acting up. I'm a cheap drunk. Okay. Birds, where's your channel? There you go, Miss Jackie. Nothing worse than somebody coming in and talking smack on a channel that's not even for his team. I mean, come on, man. He asked that 9 times. Yeah, Amari has been banged up every season, but you know what? He's still got some pretty good numbers out there. You've had guys that have been banged up like Odell Beckham Jr. who haven't put up numbers like that when they were banged up too. So hopefully, you got him for 2 more years with the contract you got. Daniel, I 100% tackling and taking the ball away. We were one of the worst teams at taking the ball away. I'm talking about also not just the tackling, the angles of pursuit were awful. It's kind of like if you've ever shot, you went out skeet shooting with a shotgun. You don't shoot where the thing is, you shoot where it's going to be. And see, the thing is we're shooting where they are and not where they're going to be. And I'm just watching these guys that are just, it's just enough to make you sick. Feeling lonely, need some love. Okay, what's wrong with trolling other teams? If that's what your life stands for, okay, to a point, dude. But we're trying to actually have a real discussion. If it was one of those state channels that it was all just about trolling and talking trash, like EDP, okay, I could see that. But see, we're actually trying to have a real conversation in here. You understand? See, we have grown folks, and I know your 15-year-old self wants to be out here, big baby and stuff, but that's not what this channel's about, dude. Okay? So you can either get along and be part of the conversation, or you can get the heck out of here. Because we have guys that troll, and they'll come in and they'll say a few things, but they also will actually have value to actually add to the channel. Okay? I'm sure you're getting your jollies because we're talking about you, but come on, man. How about them birds? How about them birds on out of here? Come on, stop being a little biatch, okay? Cooper played better in the first game with the Eagles than he did the last. Well, everybody played better in the first game. We won that game 37-7 versus 17-9. Trolls are people without hugs. Yes, it's anticipating. Imagine about Tierra, I love that. Imagine about bragging about 1 win in 2 years. When hunting, you have to lead your target. Jason couldn't lead nothing, just clap. Daniel, I can't disagree with that. Yeah. You know what? I just can't tonight. I just can't. Bye-bye. How about them birds on ass out of here? How about that? Okay? See ya. Don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out. Okay? For the record, I have no problem with people talking about my team and everything else, but don't be an annoying ass. Have a take and don't suck, or you're going to get your ass out of here. And yes, I'm the one that kicked your motherfucking ass out of here. Because you know why? You know why? You know why? Do you? Let me tell you why.
23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
And if that wasn't enough, there you go. Okay. All right. Back to your regular scheduled program. Okay. It's been a rough night. I apologize, everybody, that I was definitely not on my A game tonight. My camera messing up really just bothered the F out of me. I'm going to have to reboot it and figure out what the hell was wrong with it. Slap it around a little bit and try and get it together. That video never gets old. Who does the laugh? It's actually, if you go, you can take the downloader. It's just a evil clown laugh that I got off of YouTube. William Taylor, I appreciate you, man. I thank you for the kind words. I know that this just was not, tonight was just not good. It just was not good, unfortunately. And I apologize for that. But, these are hard times. And speaking of hard times, listen, it seems like, and maybe I'm crazy, but in some of the areas where people have started doing social distancing and kind of chilling out, that things seem to be getting a little bit better. It's bad. Don't get me wrong. It's bad. But if we all hunker down, and I forgot to do this too. Damn. I just messed up tonight. We're going to be going through some hard times here. Next couple of months of things as we end up having to wait through this stuff. People are going to need help. The incredible thing is the NFL players, average people are all stepping up, trying to do what they can to help. But there's going to be a lot of people that need help. And what we have to realize is together, we are not any stronger than the people that are in the worst shape. And that's where we got to start working together. If you need some help, United Way is doing a lot of work and stuff in the community. They've got some great things that are going to be coming up, programs and things like that. 211. Remember, it's simple. Like 911, but with the 2. 211. Okay? You need help finding food banks. You need help. Utility bills. You need help with child care. Whatever. They will get you where you need to go. 211 or 211.org. Great place to go, and it is local for every one of the states in the country. So use that resource. But we as fans, as community people, as Americans, as global citizens, there are things that you can do to help out others. There's blood shortages, okay? My man, PC76, he donated plasma again this morning. I think he's donating again on Wednesday. Dude is going to stay skinny. Blood donations, donations to food banks, donations to charities. We got to do this to take care of ourselves. So I want everybody, please, everybody, do what you can to try and help up your fellow man. And I'm going to try and do what I can to get all of this stuff working back together and see what we can do collectively as a channel, besides getting these jackasses the hell out of here. I appreciate everything everybody does, and I do want to play this one thing before we get out of here on our shot glass racks. I sent out a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of you will probably get your shot glasses today. If you didn't get them today, you'll be getting, see, Miss Jackie got hers today. So see, that went out on Friday. We sent out a whole bunch on Friday, a whole bunch went out on Saturday. We had another shipment that went out today. Yeah, so we had like 5 packages that went out today. So my man who got thank God I got rid of that Eagles rack. That's out of here. I got a cherry rack that was out of here. And I actually had to order more of the Jobu shot glass. Keep your ass. These. I got 144 and I've got less than half of them left. So I ordered another case of these things that'll be here next week. So if you're interested in those, cowboyjobu.com. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to show this. Hey guys, Mark here. And as always, thank you guys for watching the Jobu Sports Report. We're here. I'm always working on my man cave, and now I'm also working on yours. You guys have seen some of the shot glass racks and things that we've been doing, and we basically make everyone custom order. So we've actually done a Lions one. We've done 49er ones. We did some nice pink ones out there for you guys. And basically we can do them in any NFL colors. We actually get the color matched to the original team colors. Now, this is where you guys come in, because you guys come up with ideas that I didn't even think about. Because here we have our latest one. Look at this. Woo! The Two-Face. Look at that. Boom. Boom. Oh. Now, great thing about this is when you get these, we actually have what are known as attachments, okay? See this little thing? They actually go on real easy. We pre-drill the holes. Pre-drill the holes in here, so you can just slide that in there, put the screws on it, boom. So you can hang it this way, or you can hang it this way. But here's the great thing about this is, these little hooks bury themselves into the wall. They make like a little teeny slit into it, and they hold like 25 pounds each. I built this case out of 3/4 inch solid oak. This thing weighs about 20 pounds. And I've got 2 attachments on here, and here's the great thing, look. You see that? It's not moving. So once it's in place, it's in place. And I've been actually working on hanging all the stuff or rehanging everything in here. So that way, you know, when Mike runs down the steps and the walls and all shake and vibrate, it doesn't change it. Now let me show you how cool and how easy this is to go in. Watch this. Okay. Put it where you want to. Line it up. Gentle pull. That's it. It's done. It's up in here, ready to go. Don't believe me? Here. Now this one is $29 for those. That's the medium ones. And here's the little baby ones. Boom. In the wall. There's the little baby ones. Those are $19. And then we got the real big ones, which are $39. I think it's a pretty good price and definitely something different than what anybody else has. So those, and especially in times like this, keep your ass at home. Shot glasses. All this is on my website. So here we go, guys. Joe Boo shot glasses and shot glass racks. Now back to the original programming. All right, y'all. I apologize. I'll get this stuff together. I'm going to go through and reboot the whole system and find out what the hell's going on. But as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. And so, it's time to turn out the lights. This party's over.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.
Leave. All right, Mevo, what's your problem? How could you do that? Something about the NDI mode. Lost connection. Don't. Okay. All right, damn it, Mevo. Okay. Are you slow? Camera, are you stupid? Okay. Panning left. Panning right. I can't believe the damn camera, Mike. Every time, you know, it's funny. Every time they do, see, there it went. It dropped out again. It dropped out and then came back. So it must be having a problem with the signal. It's okay right now. Well, damn. I see you guys. Shit. Wow. Let me ask, well, I realize I'm still live. So, is that picture clearer than usual? Other than it freezing up on me? Because it looks like the color and the lighting is actually good. If I can just get it to stop cutting off on me. Yeah, Daniel Thompson, keep your ass at home, right? Is the picture clearer? That's my question for you guys. Because it looks, at least over here, it looks actually too damn clear. Damn, I look like, wow, I've got the Rona, which is nappy hair, unshaven. Damn. Yeah, it's clear, really clear. And it's lagging. Yeah, I still have those ones on there, but I see what you mean. That it's freezing. I'm closer. Just froze. Yeah, for some reason it's freezing, so I need to send a message to them. Okay, it's freezing but clear. Okay, that might be the Wi-Fi. All right, so appreciate you guys. I apologize for the messed up show, but sometimes shit happens. So we'll see you guys